Alright, what's up guys? It's your boy Gaijin here bringing y'all back another Boruto, but this time it's the anime review, guys. Episode 179, and we now know why Victor is killed in the manga. So let's go ahead. But before we get into the actual review, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're doing a giveaway 100 subscriber, guys. Almost there. So let's keep that in mind, and let's find out why Victor dies in the manga. Let's get it. So Victor is standing in front of a vehicle that's made for stealth. It's a airship, and it's made for stealth that could get past almost any detection. Yeah, he goes on to say that using his regeneration jutsu, causes other parts of his body to start to deteriorate. So he goes through this portal to an underground cave to see Amato. He asks what his condition is, and Amato tells him that his regenerative abilities have declined, and that it won't just be his right eye and left leg that won't be able to regenerate anymore. It's going to start becoming other body parts. He tells him that he can make him some replacement body parts, but Victor declines, not wanting to be his guinea pig again. So he was his guinea pig at one time. Amato tells him that the reason he's in bad health is because that curse mark he has is eroding away, and that even though he can replace Victor's body parts, he can't cure the main root of the problem. And he tells him that curse mark that he used to extend his life is now becoming an illness that's incurable. And his only hope is for Jigen's plan to come to fruition. He goes to walk up to Victor, and Victor slaps his hand away, asking him if his goals basically rely on the plan to work. And Amato says, yeah, all the inners are connected that way, that we all depend on his plan to work. He looks at Victor and asks why to change your heart, because you hate me. Why did you come here? Victor just responds that he's getting anxious when he contemplates death. They keep talking, and Victor tells him that the plan is taking too long, that he doesn't have years, the plan's taking longer than he thought, and that he invested a lot of money and time. And he asked when the vessel is going to be in phase 3. Amato said that, enter phase 3, sorry guys. He says that he doesn't have years left, and that his body will give out before the plan actually comes to fruition. So with that being said, he asks what was the point for his devotion to Kara at all if this happens? And Amato tells him that he can't do anything for him. And Victor falls to the ground in pain. He's seizing up, and Amato goes to check on him, and he looks at the machine that Victor was hooked up to, and he saw a lot of irregularities, irregular numbers in his body. So at that point in time, Delta calls Amato to get over here, or she's going to kill him. So he puts Victor in this thing, and because Victor's in a coma, and as Amato walks over to go see Delta, Victor wakes up and says he put himself in a coma by taking a medicine in advance that will get him there. And at this point in time, we know he dies, and this just solidifies you about to do something stupid and get yourself killed. At this point in time, I was I know that he's about to do something stupid, get himself killed. So I already know he got killed. I didn't know why, but we about to find out why. And so he sends what looks to be a messenger fly out to the prohibited area where the vessel is being stored. He finds a coffin, but it's locked with the code, and it'll take some time to copy the data. So he has to find a way to carry the vessel out, but without Jigen knowing. But he has a way, and he tells him Jigen won't have his way anymore. Cuts to Amato walking into Delta destroying pillars, and she is pissed, blaming him for her leg being worse than what it was when she told him to calibrate it. He sees the destruction and says it seems to be doing pretty well. What are you talking about? But she was not well enough for me. She wants him to recalculate, but then he tells him that Victor is actually in the infirmary, and she asks what he's doing there. That's unusual for him to be there. And Ma explains what happened, and she just wished that he kicked the bucket along with that creep Deepa. So no, I guess she did not like Deepa. She doesn't like anyone, to be honest, from this episode, guys. So Jigen calls him right after the meetup, and he's like, man, everybody want to talk to me now. What's going on? So it cuts to Victor finished copying the data, and he wants to use it as a new negotiation tool for Jigen. And he says he could even create something that can threaten Jigen. That he could even, So and that he can even use the data to restore his own body. So while looking at the data, he finds out that the vessel's been in phase 3. And that's just what Jigen wanted to talk to Amado about. It's why the vessel is in phase 3 and he didn't tell him. Well, he told him that he wanted to gather more, and he wanted to research more because he didn't want to give him false hopes. He wanted to make sure that the vessel was ready for phase 3. And Jigen told him he wants to conduct a test on the surface, but Amado thought that they had agreed that they won't do any tests until the next phase, which would be phase 4. Jigen still wants to, saying that he had already chosen a location for the test. Amado's concerned that it'll be risky moving the vessel without Shinobi noticing. And Jigen is willing to take that risk, though, that in order for their plan to become reality, that they will have to move forward with testing the vessel. He agrees, and just at the time, Victor comes walking in, overhearing their conversation, and asks if they will allow him to provide the transport method for the vessel. He tells them that they can use his airship, and he tells them that they don't have to worry about being discovered by Shinobi on his airship by the way his airship is designed. Amado says that Victor has something already to transport the vessel, so he had already had this planned out. We know that, but they don't know that. So he's suspect about it. So Amado seems to be questioning it, but at the end, Jigen agrees and puts him in charge of transporting the vessel. Amado agrees, but he then tells Victor that only on certain conditions, that he himself could not be on the airship, and that him and other people will be the ones in charge of overseeing the loading of the vessel and setting the flight path. Victor agrees to it and starts preparation, but by the face Jigen made as Victor walks out, we know he is not falling for Victor, not one bit. Like, he knows what's up. He just agreed to it. And it cuts to the Hokage's office with Team 7 and Mujino standing there, and they are getting rewarded for their efforts in the Land of Valleys and how they resolve all the incidents. And Naruto has an accommodation for their actions. Boruto wants high-ranking missions now that he's been, noticed and established, I guess. He wants more A-ranked and S-ranked missions, but Sarada tells him that, you're not even all the way recovered yet. But Boruto is like, I'm almost healed and will be able to take off my bandages soon. So, and he is excited, and he even asks Naruto to spar with him once his hand is completely healed. And Naruto responds saying he'll think about it, but he's excited to see that his son is excited like that. So, cuts back to Amado ready to move the vessel, and Delta questions the convenience of all this. And Amado responds to her, telling her that that's why the ship will be flying on autopilot and it'll be impossible to fly off course. And it cuts to Boruto standing on top of the stone heads of the Hokage, remembering what Momoshiki told him about his eyes, that those who basically defeat gods cannot be ordinary. So, cuts back to Victor basically saying it doesn't matter whether he's on the ship or not, because he can control the ship from wherever he's at. So, and he's doing it, and something goes wrong immediately, and it starts to fail, and the ship starts to crash. And we all know, whoever reads the manga knows what happened after this. So, the episode ends with Jigen sitting in his chair. So, and after that, I believe that Jigen has something to do with that airship falling. Like I said in the beginning of the video, that I think that he wasn't falling for Victor's little trick, not one bit, and he purposely sabotaged the airship so he could have a quote-unquote reason to kill Victor. Like, he doesn't need a real reason. No one likes him anyways, for real. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you thought about the episode today. Apparently we're getting ready for a time skip, guys. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see some of the manga chapters I like animated. So there's that. So with that being said, guys, go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button. And this has been the Gaijin of Gaijin Retreat, guys. And I'm out.